Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing for the presentation of our colors by our JROTC Color Guard, the singing of the national anthem by the OHS Singers, and the performance of My Old Kentucky Home by the OHS Band.
Raise it, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Colors. Raise it, arms. Forward, arms. Up, out, face. Right, face. Forward, arms.
At this time, please join me in welcoming our Student Council President, Tatum Nicole Helm.
Thank you, Mr. DeLacy. Welcome parents, students, friends, faculty, and Board of Education. Thank you for joining us for the 145th commencement for Owensboro High School. It has been an honor to serve as your student body president this past year. Class of 2017, this is our night, and I'm honored to be turning my tassel with each one of you. 4 years ago, I walked into OHS fearful of what my high school experience might be. I doubt I was the only one who felt this way. I stood in those hallways of OHS full of intimidation, fear, and curiosity. Today, I feel some of those same emotions, but a little differently. Today's intimidation comes from the aisle that we will soon walk down that announces us free from the shelter of high school. Today's fear comes from the goodbyes that will soon be said to the people we have seen every day since the beginning. Today's curiosity comes wrapped in one simple question: what's next? What's next? We don't know. But as products of Owensboro Public Schools, I know we will use the things we have experienced to help us with the rest of our lives. We'll never forget Schwartz's conspiracy theories, Fallon's very proper hellos in the hallways, and the daily DeLacy fist bumps every morning. We are a class that will change the world. We are a class full of future doctors, technicians, teachers, philanthropists, actors, activists, parents, and so many other vocations. You don't have to have a big title to make a big impact when you're a Red Devil. There will always be something special about being a Red Devil. We are a class that refuses to be forgotten, and we will leave our mark on the halls of OHS like those all have before us, but in our very own unique way. No matter your ethnicity, no matter your economic background, religion, or gender, we are one. No matter your club, art, sport, or hobby, we are a family, and always will be. Years from now, it doesn't matter if you're pushing your kids on the swing at Smothers Park or making policy in Washington, D.C., you will still be a Red Devil. Being a Red Devil means embracing diversity, tolerance, and spirit. In the halls of OHS, you see friendships of people who might not be friends elsewhere. You find respect among people who look, act, and think differently than you. That's what we should carry with us as we go to answer the question, what's next? No matter the time, no matter the place, you will always be a Red Devil. We will always be Red Devils, and there will always be a sense of hope in knowing that. For one last time, class of 2017, we are
Thank you, Tatum. We are very proud to announce OHS's Honor Graduate. This is always a very special award, but this year it is an extra special and a very difficult choice because this class has so many quality young people. Students are nominated and voted on by our teachers. The criteria to qualify for the award are the following: excellence in academics, self-discipline, leadership, compassion, and attendance. The following student criteria certainly represents all of these qualities. At this time, we would like to request the OHS Honor Graduate of 2017, Kwamari Lamar Tinsley. Please stand. At this time, please continue to congratulate Kwamari as he comes forward and takes his rightful seat on stage. At this time, our Senior Vice Principal, Christy Smith.
Good evening. I would like to start with a quote by Rita Pearson. Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists they become the best they can possibly be. How fortunate are we at OHS to have a building full of champions. It is my great privilege tonight to recognize 2 OHS teachers who have served as such to this senior class. We have 2 Teachers of the Year this year, one voted on by our faculty, one voted on by our student body. The first honoree I want to recognize is a social studies teacher who has been with us at OHS teaching for 7 years, but he has been a member of the OHS family for a lot longer. He graduated from OHS. He works tirelessly every year in his classroom and on planning our fun Washington, D.C. trip or New York City trip. I've been honored to go on that trip a couple different times. Mr. Cody Russellberg, will you please stand? Thank you. Very, very well deserved. Our second honoree tonight is probably the reason most of you graduates or soon-to-be graduates are sitting out there right now, because she saved a lot of you. This teacher has been with OHS for 18 years. She's like a fixture. She's our Save a Senior queen. Miss Renee Hargrove, will you please stand? Thank you, Renee. And the honest truth is that any of these faculty members sitting on either side of our graduates are Teachers of the Year. They work tirelessly all year long to make sure that our students get to where they are sitting today. Class of 2017, I want you to remember a quote by Alexander Trenfor as you go off and experience your life, whether it be college, career, military. The best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. So remember that. Don't expect your teachers to do the work for you, but move forward and be strong and be lifelong learners. Next, I would like to recognize some very special people in our audience. Would the heroes who have served our country in the military please stand? We thank each of you from the bottoms of our hearts. We appreciate your sacrifice. Now for the future generation. Members of the class of 2017 who plan to continue your education and service to others in the armed forces, please stand and be recognized. You ladies and gentlemen make us very, very proud. Thank you.
Close your eyes.
Hey, we're very fortunate to have such an amazing choir and band, and our fine arts program here in the Owensboro district is incredible. So can we please have one more round of applause for our band and orchestra, and a tremendous job. At this time, we would like to please welcome Dr. Nick Brake, the superintendent of our school district. He will now give you the charge to the class. Sorry.
Good evening. I want to begin by taking just a moment to recognize and thank all of the people that make up Owensboro High School and the Owensboro Public Schools. First, your teachers. Not only at OHS, but at the middle school, at the elementary school, all the way down to preschool. Many of them are here tonight as your special guests. They have been inspirational through your whole career. Let's take a moment and first recognize and thank them. I would also like you to remember and thank the staff members, from our office workers to bus drivers that got you to school every day, cafeteria workers that have fed you, maintenance workers that saw to it that our buildings are safe and clean, the entire supporting cast that helped make this day possible for you. And lastly, I'd like you to thank the leadership in this high school, your counselors, your administrators, and our Board of Education who are here tonight. They have to make some very difficult decisions to provide adequate resources and leadership for our district to be such a world-class learning organization. All of these groups together form the three pillars of our success: tradition, innovation, and excellence. Class, this school district is a better place because all you have accomplished. You are now part of a proud tradition dating back to 1871, and for that I thank you. And I thank your family and your friends that are here tonight celebrating this day with you. Class, thank your parents, your entire family, and all those that have been by your side all the time. We'll find them in the audience, wave to them, and let's thank them, please. Class of 2017, I want to take a moment tonight and reflect on what you and your generation have provided to us as future leaders in our world. I am filled with optimism when I see the work that you have done as a class, when I see the leadership that you have provided. When I see this generation of young people at Owensboro High School, it runs counter to much of what we see out in the world today. It runs counter to the hate and the prejudice that's unfortunately gripped us at times this year. At OHS, I see nothing but acceptance, toleration, and a celebration of the diversity of all who walk through the doors: black and white, advantaged and disadvantaged, immigrant and native. For those of you that have not experienced this firsthand, as I have, I would invite you to open the pages of the 2017 Owensboro High School Yearbook. It's hot off the press just a few weeks ago, and it does a great job of capturing the spirit of OHS and the zeitgeist of your generation as it comes of age. Student after student in that publication speak of the sense of family. They give each other the freedom to express themselves without judgment or criticism. Everyone is accepted for who they are. Students genuinely care about each other and the world they inhabit. You live by the greatest of all commandments, to love one another. This doesn't happen without the capable leadership of people like Mr. DeLacy, his entire administrative team. And of course, it wouldn't happen without the highly competent teachers who deeply care for you and mentor you while you're at OHS. But students, I believe that your generation has that something special that will usher in a trend of greater inclusion and caring in our world. Class of 2017, I am ready to follow you and your generation into the future. Now go out into the world and be confident, believe in yourselves, know that you can and will graduate from college just as you're graduating tonight from high school. Know that you can and will contribute in your own way to making the world and your community a better place. Remember a couple of very simple truths. First, treat all people with respect. Be nice to everyone, no exceptions. Never underestimate the power of kindness. That has never been more exemplified than the work you, as the class of 2017, did in welcoming the immigrant and refugee students at prom. What an amazing experience that was. Connect with everyone. Connect with your fellow human being. In a year marred and sometimes with a focus on differences based on race, based on religion and status, our best hope of bridging differences and finding mutual understanding is to connect with one another. These relationships and connections will change your life and in the process change our world. Keep it up, class. Exercise free will and creative independent thought, not for the satisfaction that it will bring you, but for the good that it will bring to others. Only then will you discover the great and curious truth of human experience, that selflessness is the best thing that you can do for yourself, and you will find the best way to happiness. And lastly, don't let tonight's accomplishment be the end of your education. Make learning a lifelong pursuit. Congratulations, and God bless you. You will always be a part of the proud tradition of this high school, and you will always be welcome here with open arms and love in our hearts. Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Brake. Would Mr. Dan Griffith, Chairperson of the Owensboro Board of Education, please come forward? Mr. Griffith. At this time, we present to you the 2017 senior class of Owensboro High School. We have checked their records, and they meet the state as well as the Owensboro Board of Education requirements for graduation. We recommend you accept them at this time and request that their diplomas be issued. Let me assure you, other board members and parents, that the staff and administration of Owensboro High School consider it a privilege and a pleasure to have worked with these young adults. We are honored to announce the graduating class of 2017 were offered $6,611,515 in scholarship opportunities. We're extremely proud of this class.
Mr. DeLacy, on behalf of the Owensboro Board of Education, we accept our graduates have met all state and Owensboro Board of Education requirements for graduation, and we request their diplomas be issued.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. Smith.
Catherine Michelle Felpouch. Aaliyah Deshae Burden. Early College Academy, James Blake Howard. Early College Academy graduate, Leah Michelle Fulkerson. Early College Academy and Bluegrass Scholar, Tyler Emmerich Sovar. Early College Academy graduate, Trinity Janae Washington. Bluegrass Scholar, Anante Dayon Bowling. Bluegrass Scholar, Hayden Thomas Elliott. Bluegrass Scholar and Class President, Forrest Calhoun Clark. Honor Graduate, Kwamari Lamar Tinsley. Bluegrass Scholar, Zachary Isaac Gross. Bluegrass Scholar, Leonard Joseph Grenier III. Bluegrass Scholar, Jenna Ann Hunt. Bluegrass Scholar, Lily Nicole Hall. Bluegrass Scholar and Student Council President, Tatum Nicole Helm. Joshua Logan Gainey Kelly. Bluegrass Scholar. Bluegrass Scholar, John Joseph Ivercane II. Bluegrass Scholar, Dylan Lee Rogers. Bluegrass Scholar, Will Jacob Menser. Bluegrass Scholar, Madeline Ariana Walker. Bluegrass Scholar, Ellen Elizabeth Ward. Jeremy Austin Acosta. Dakota Deshawn Adams. Tavis Okema Abasi Akpan. Zoe Marie Alsop. Bo Alexander Ashley. Joseph Edward Ashley II. Hunter Wayne Askins. Michelle Chunway Atkinson. Sasha Ann Austin. Alyssa Paige Beck. Brandon Trent Bennett. Cheyenne Marie Best. Sabeh Dar B. Rachel Marlene Blair. Heath Thomas Board. Landon Malik Board. Andrew Jacob Boone. Alexis Rhiannon Bolds. Luke Howard Scott Bowman. Julian Troy Brady Jr. Amanya Quaylen Brown. Callista Lynn Brown. John Anthony Nathaniel Brown. Alyssa Lynn Buren. Lexi Reese Brown. Samantha Paige Carrico. Kelsey Nicole Camp. Sierra Jade Kaufman. Caitlin Nicole Clark. Brandon James Cooney. Tiara Mackenzie Danae Coleman. Carmen Alondra Cruz. Dakota Leanne Cox. Dalton Marcus Daniels. Xavier Trayvon Curry. Destiny Rose Doherty. Kobe Robert Doherty. Blake Andrew Deathridge. Philip Alistair Decker. Sydney Ann DeWitt. Olivia Renee Dickinson. Caleb Allen Doan. Anthony James Drager II. Alexis Victoria Doobie. Christopher Michael Deshane Duncan. Oceana Unique Dykes. Jessica Elizabeth Early. Bryson Chase Edge. Ezekiel Robert Eli. Alexander Christopher Evans. Ashlyn Ray Evans. Isaac Dwayne Fisher. Kendall Paige Fitzgerald. Leslie Allen Fitzgerald. Arturo Jonas Flores Jr. Jamie Lee Frost. Jasmine Hope Fulkerson. Sarah Elizabeth Fulkerson. Robert Kennedy Garner. Taylor Marie Fulkerson. Holly Gabrielle Gibson. Tyler Lane Fulkerson. Nicholas George Givishvili. Myra Cielo Garcia. Tierra Janae Glover. Ronaldo Marcos Gaspar. Yasmin Tamara Goodwin. Brooklyn Paige Girton. Hunter Blaze Grace. Christian Kobe Glenn. Caleb Lamar Hampton. Zachary Bing Goodall. Nazriana Deonica Hampton. Tyler Joseph Gottwald. Jarrett Trenton Hardesty. Brandon Lee Greenwell. Mackenzie Dale Harmon. Casey Lynn Hall. Brooklyn Nicole Harrington. Cheyenne Elizabeth Harbison. Monisha Alize Harris. Madison Taylor Harden. Felicia Nicole Hefner. Alyssa Madison Harrington. Yatsiri Marlon Hernandez Franco. Jacoby Stefan Harris. Reagan Rain Hester. Stacia Chanel Hagan. Savannah Joe Hinchcliffe. Nicholas Andrew Hernandez. Timothy Amir Darion Hinton. Lilia Celeste Rose Lee Hernandez Jones. Chancellor Benton Brokeen Horn. Brooklyn Kiera Hinton. Sailor Lee Isbell. Darian Riley Arion Holman. Natalie Caroline Jackson. Jordan Tyler Howard. Hector Raheem Johnson. Jonathan Caleb Jackson. Justin Matthew Johnson. Tayana Ashanti James. Larkin Nicole Johnson. Hunter Shiloh Johnson. Lauren Delaney Johnson. Kiana Michelle Johnson. Frances Kathleen Knight. Kiera Marie Johnson. Jonna LaForce. Madison Taylor Kahn. December Lay. Joseph Aloysius Kuntz IV. Nala Kaylani Aset Lindsay. Nicholas Taylor Lanham. Christian Todd Luck. Theron Justice Leach. Jaquarius Kevon Mapp. Christian Nathaniel Lewis. Kelsey May Martin. Tristan Seth Lewis. Daylin Brianne Mason. Quentin Dakota Lindsay. Seth Brewer Maxberry. Kelsey Nicole Luttrell. Jacob Ray McMeans. Eric Brent Markwell. Marlena Marie Mendez Sanchez. Caitlin Nicole Mason. Amber Nicole Montgomery. Montrez Scott Mason. Ed Nielsen Mosqueda Caceres. Whitley Hope McGovern. Nathan David Munster. Matthew James McMurtry. Muhan Darnell Lanier Datavion Nard Everett. Tyreek Shomari Mims. Mason Dakota Nash. Pray Mo. Megan Elizabeth Nugent. Selena Marie Moore. Michael Trevel Owens. Malik Marquise Mundy. Logan Denning Parks. Griffin Wesley Nally. Sydney Faye Pate. Emily Nicole Nash. Moo Cree Paul. Jackson Parker Nichols. Joseph Robert Peavy. Abigail Elizabeth North. Selena Ariana Perez. Oscar Armando Ortiz. Keisha Daviana Lee Phillips. Abigail Mackenzie Palmeter. Maxwell Montgomery Proctor. Michael Andrew Parks. Dylan Scott Purcell. Ashley Nicole Patterson. Dida Marie Theodora Quist. Aseneth Gabrielle Payne. Melinda Araceli Rios. Nolan Jules Perez. Spencer James Saltkill. Miranda Lynn Phelps. Mason Edward Scalf. J. Thomas Pointer. Noah Robert Schwartz. Chelsea Alana Pryor. Tyler Dwayne Seaton. Jacob Aaron Quiggins. Mary Alexandra Shacklet. Lily Marie Reyes. Shelby Dawn Simmons. Rayvon Malik Robbins. Darian Michael Cole Smith. Brian Lee Sapp. Latasha Marie Smith. Anna Catherine Schertzinger. Matthew Jordan Spencer. Ryan Lee Schwartz. Peyton Ann Stadden. Cole Allen Settles. Elizabeth Marie Stanley. Shay Lee Shown. Leslie Marie Stewart. Emma Elizabeth Sims. David Allen Sturgeon III. Bethany Marie Smith. Brooklyn Leah Sutton. Edward Wilkerson Smith. Malik Allen Taylor. So. Damon DeMar Thruston Jr. Madison Ann Spinks. Lorenzo Torres. Cody Sean Michael Stallings. Madison Taylor Vowles. Savannah Jane Stanley. Rayshawn Talik Washington. Carter Preston Stovall. Alexander James Weaver. Terrion Eugene Sutherland. Haley Lynn Manier. Christina Lee Taylor. Taylor Renee Watson. Miklo Antonio Teriak. Kyla Nicole Wells. Phoenix Raina Willett. Sing Hoi Vung. Lindsay Ashton Williams. Deanna Nichelle Walker. Ahmad Jamal Aki Wilson. Trevor Lamont Washington. Laura Nicole Wolf. Joseph Lane Wyson. Megan Allison Cannon. Carly Ray Wilkerson. Jaya Forday Emmanuel. Colton Thomas Williams. Brianna Shanice Greer. Melanie Lexandra Onika Williams. Michaela Nicole Schaus. Tequila Renee Willis. Ashley Marie Worthington. What about Decoria? What about Decoria? What about Decoria? We have 5 young ladies who were a little bit late because they were competing in the state track meet this afternoon in Lexington. And here's our last graduate, Decoria Lachey Winstead. The class of 2017.
I appreciate it. One more time. Yes, good. All right. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just have one more thing left to do. We have Forrest Calhoun Clark, the president of our senior class, is going to come up and speak to you. So Forrest Clark, please come up. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Your speech? I don't think I had yours. Right here. Does Tatum have it? There you go. Right here.
Thank you, Mr. DeLacy, Dr. Brake, members of the board, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. People say that at least. We all have a passion for different things and carry a different definition for art. For myself, art has been left behind to translate many of life's complexities in a way that words alone simply cannot. Television, music, food, sports, dance, poetry, nature, photography. We all look through different lenses to gain a greater insight into what makes us who we are as people. Life is confusing. But thankfully, we have art to guide us in our own ruminating journeys. Film is my personal art, from which I derive my wisdom. The silver screen speaks to me in a way that nothing else does. And through these characters and plot lines, I learn more about myself than I ever could on my own. I hope everyone has a passion and art, so that they may have a greater ability to decipher some of life's many mysteries. These things are important because we decide they are important to us. that they may give us some happiness and inspire us to leave our homes, venture out into the world, and make history. Class of 2017, for all intents and purposes, go make history. Find what you love and do that. I encourage each and every one of you to go out and rent a movie, tour an art museum, or listen to that suggested album on Spotify. Find your passion, find your art. And then, after you find that which has reached into your soul and pulled out your ambitions, I encourage you to make your own. Human expression is the world's most valuable resource, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is renewable. So go out and be inspired, class of 2017, so that you too may one day inspire others to fill the world with beauty. In closing, I would like to quote one of my favorite movies and draw from what I deem beautiful to help you along your paths. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race, and the human race is filled with passion. And medicine, law, business, engineering, mathematics, these are noble pursuits and are necessary to sustain life, ladies and gentlemen. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "Oh me, oh life, of the questions of these reoccurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish. What good amid these, oh me, oh life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? Thank you, good night, and good luck. Thank you, sir. Woo! Class of 2017, please stand and join me for the traditional turning of the tassels.